Pick the cues. Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you to Meri Abrams from the Meri Atelier. And I invited my dear friend and crafty bestie, Jean Peter, to be here with me today. So I hope you guys are all doing good. Hi, Barb. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Candy. You guys, I am streaming from my phone, so bear with me. I'm not great at it. Hi, Boots. Hi, Patio. Hi, Mina. Strange New Year's Eve. Bootsy says we've been going to the same house party for over 35 years. Tonight we ordered in and spoke on the phone with family and friends. Hey, better to be safe, Boots, but I understand. Hi, Mina. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Renee. Happy New Year, girl. How are you, Miss Patricia? Well, we'll wait a couple minutes, but thank you guys for joining us. This is so fun. Hi, Laura. Hi, Marie. I just want to say big hugs to Meri Abrams from the Meri Atelier. Now, if you guys look in the description box below, you will see all of the who's coming up next in the stream. And you guys, I'm sorry. You guys get my iPhone StreamYard challenge. Hi, Liz. Hi, Angel. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Hi, Quilty. Hi, Martha. I'm trying to move my table a little bit closer to me so you guys don't see my pants. So, hi, Terry. Hi, Mary Kay. Hi, Sheila. Happy New Year to you guys. So this is what we're going to make in my stream today. And I may work on how many of you guys are going to do the, do Glue Book January? Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Kim. Hi, Julie. Hey, APG. Girl, I loved your shirt. It was super awesome. I've been watching in the background. I've been trying to get my iPhone camera stuff. Hi, Janet. Hey, Cheryl. Hi, Malia. Woohoo, I know it's a party.
Hello, everyone. I can't get a word in edgewise with Shelley, so you know how that is.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just pulling your chain.
Hey, Norma. Hi, Pandora. So if you guys are going to do Glue Book January, I may work on my glue book a little bit. I know it's not January, but I may work on that. But primarily what I'm going to make are these really fun little junk journals. Or I just made, this one just has paper in it, but these are made from playing cards. And I just used my painty papers that I learned how to do from Lisa at My Eclectic Life. And it's so super simple and fun. And I thought maybe you guys would join me in making them. You want to learn how to do my glue book? Well, you're welcome to do. I'm working on. This is my glue book for Glue Book January. Mine's just a magazine journal. Jean, are you going to do Glue Book January?
You know what? I've never made a glue book in my life.
Well, I kind of find them relaxing. And you guys all know I'm moving. So I need as much relaxation as I can get in the middle of my D-stash. So, I mean, we can work on this a little bit, but let's get started on our playing card book. So what you need if you want to join along is you need 2 playing cards, one for the front and the back. You need some sort of pages for the inside. And I am using, Lisa over at My Eclectic Life showed us how to make these marbled papers. And I have to say, I'm in love with them. Have you made them yet, Jean?
I haven't. I don't get to play very often.
Well, I'm glad you're playing with me.
Yeah.
And then you need a piece of fabric, and then you need something to put in between your 2 playing cards for the spine. So I'm using a piece of a manila folder. You've never done a glue book jersey? Ooh, they're fun. Hi, Cherie. You didn't know I'm moving. Oh, girl, you're lurking? Oh, good. I'm glad you're lurking. Very nice. And you're making diamond dots? Oh, that's fun. So if you guys, these, I have to tell you the little story about these. So um, I made these first with my daughter. She's like in the 8th grade. So I think I made them first when she was in the 5th grade with her. She had something like, how many of you guys have kids that end up like having 12 or 13 teachers at Christmas? And they ask you, when you have that many kids, I mean, that many teachers, they give you these really stiff, strict parameters of gift giving. And so everybody could, you could either give a handmade something, but it had to be like less than $2 or something in the handmade supply thing. And everybody gave like a certain amount of money. Say you gave $20 to the general fund, and then they divided it up between all the teachers. So, and the other thing was, it had to be made with your child. So I don't know about you, but my child at that time, she was about 10. Her attention span was about 2 minutes. So we made these like little books, and I had all these playing cards, and you guys, you have them in your own home. You don't have to go out and buy them. But if you wanted them to be themed, think about it. You have 52 cards in a deck, not including the jokers. You can make a lot of these books for hardly nothing, right? So this is what she and I made together for her teachers, and they loved it because they put them in their purse. It became like a little note catch-all. She even like did some little artwork and a little dedication in the front, and it was so inexpensive. So that's what we're going to make. Hi, Meri. Hi, Laura. So I'm going to, I have these Hawaii playing cards because I live here in Hawaii, but I collect all kinds of playing cards. What kind of cards are you using, Jane?
Well, when she sent me the message and said, "Do you want to play?" I had no idea. She said, "You can make whatever you want." When she was explaining it, try. So I dug out my big ones, and I didn't like the outside of these. So that's what I'm going to use this time. But I have 3 other sets here because I couldn't decide.
Well, that sounds like me. So you do need like a piece of something in the middle. Look, if you have canvas, you don't need it. But if you're gonna do like me, like muslin or whatever, you need a piece of something in the middle to glue to your spine, to glue to the fabric. And I'm gonna use. How many of you guys collect these fabric sample books? You know, some of them. I know some of you are really successful at taking the paper off of it. I'm not always that successful. Have you been successful, Jane?
Absolutely not. I did it in the sink and let them soak for a while, and it helped. But the mess and trying to keep it from going down in the drain, this chunks of gluey paper, yeah, it wasn't pretty. And
So
I
if you
already
guys,
get accused of clogging up the garbage disposal anyway, so
hey, those are crafty hazards.
that's
Crafty hazards.
right.
So if any of you guys have had any success with taking out the backs of fabric sample books, tell us what you do, because I'm telling you, it's a hit or miss with me. You know, it is totally hit or miss for me. So hasn't the stream been awesome? And the live streams today, I've caught everybody's. Maybe not. I haven't been able to chat in all of them because. Okay, I'll tell you my big ridiculous dilemma. If you guys can just bear with me here. So I upgraded. I made the mistake of updating my software on my computer. I did a software upgrade, and then my camera ceased to work with my Mac. It was like, what? And then I factory reset then I got an external hard drive, took all of my stuff off my computer, factory reset my computer, and it still won't work. So so what was really super frustrating was it not only did it not work, it wouldn't let me control the autofocus on my webcam, which you know how it jumps around, right? And then on top of it, it wouldn't let me edit an iMovie. So I was supposed to do that video hop with Meri last Saturday, and I had done the video, but I couldn't edit it. I couldn't. Not only could I not edit it, I couldn't retrieve it from. I had already, prior to my systems upgrade, I had downloaded the movie parts into my iMovie. Yeah, not happening. Still not happening. So I was like out of my mind. So my sweet hottie, he bought me a new computer he bought me a new computer. It hasn't even arrived yet. So I'm streaming via StreamYard and my iPhone. Which Meri was the suggestion. Oh, I have to turn up my volume. Oh my gosh. Meri was the suggestion for that. Let me see. Let me see if it's up. I think my volume's up as high as it goes. Is that better or not? I'll try to talk louder.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Meri. Thank you for letting me know.
This is actually jelly printed with pan pastels.
What do my rainbow bracelets mean? Okay. So my rainbow bracelets. So do you guys know much about a process called Ho'oponopono? That's like a Hawaiian healing technique that's been around forever. And it's really just about you working on you. So these are that Hawaiian technique. It says, I love you. It says, thank you, and I love you. So basically the idea is that whatever you see reoccurring in your life is just, they call it memories replaying. It's just like on replay. And when you tell yourself, because you're only doing it with yourself, I love you and thank you, or I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, you're making amends with that memory to be set free. So and the rainbow is a very powerful energy, powerful tool, powerful. The rainbow encompasses everything, right? It's a very powerful healing. The rainbow. So that's what it is. Isn't that cool? Thanks for asking, Roy. I wear them all the time. You guys, I got some memories replaying. I got my memories replaying as my computer being like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the stuff that happens over and over again. It may look a little bit different, but it's the same feeling. We love it. We in the LGBTQ wear rainbow bracelets kind of for the same reason, right? Well, you guys, I have a lovely daughter that identifies in the LGBTQ community, and I wear it for her too. And you guys know how much I'm into woo-woo, so all the woo we can get, we need, right? All the good mojo. And who doesn't love a rainbow? Okay, come on. Who doesn't love a rainbow? Gypsy says she uses a blow dryer to get it off. Okay, that's good to know.
Well, I tried ironing it, and it worked. I won't say it didn't work. It just didn't work the way I thought it should work. Sometimes we get a bit impatient.
Oh, me never. I'm not impatient ever.
No. I've been on the phone with you when you're cleaning something out and stacking stuff up. No, you never get impatient.
You guys, so we are definitely moving. And so I have definitely been put through my challenges, I should say. My challenges of patience with myself. Nobody else but me. It's my patience with myself. And oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I have accumulated so many treasures. How many of you guys have that same problem too? You don't have that problem, Jean, right? You haven't accumulated too many treasures.
Oh no, I already said once today I have to live to be 300 to use everything.
I know. Okay, so what is it that I can't let go of stuff? Okay, like what is that? I mean, it's like I know that I'm moving and I know that I don't need all this stuff, but I just I love it. It's like I have an attachment to it. It's like, yeah. And I'm using tacky glue, guys, but use what you have. I like, for whatever reason, I mean, Fabri-Tac would work good too, but I'm trying to use up everything. Can't take it with me. There's only so much you can take with you when you're cooking. How many of you guys watched the stream from early this morning? It came on so early for me. I didn't get to see everything, but Meri, I went back and watched Meri's, all your books in your society for idea collectors. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't gone over to join Meri, I mean, I know that was Dee Dee's idea, the Society for Idea Collectors, but Meri really takes it to a different level. She takes it to a practical, put it in practice level. And every time she does that, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I need to up my game with that. How many of you guys have so many more ideas of what you can possibly do in the new year than you can, you know what I mean? But it's good to have a game plan, because with a game plan, you can actually make it happen. 6:30 a.m. you were snoring. Well, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time for me is 1:30 in the morning, and sometimes I am awake because I do when Meri's does her stream at 4:30 in the morning Central Time. I often can make it because I haven't gone to bed yet. But I will tell you, yesterday was not one of those days. I had to go back and watch Meri's. I caught the tail end of Dee Dee's, and her collages are always phenomenal. But I didn't. It's a little hard with my time zone. So when I move, I think I'm looking forward to being in a time zone where I don't always feel like the odd man out.
That's me too. Very few people in Mountain Zone.
What time is it in your time zone right now?
4:47.
So right now, you guys, for me, it is 1:48. So this is what I do. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not used to having this little phone camera here, but so it's got the 2 playing cards, and then that's the spine, right? The 2 playing cards are there. Hi, Val. Hi, Kim. So Jean's making hers a junk journal. I think I'm just going to make mine with just my paper that I learned how to dye from Lisa at My Eclectic Life. If you guys haven't joined her, and watched her make her marble papers, it's so worth it. How many of you guys have made Lisa's marble papers? They're actually so fun and very easy to make. I was so surprised because the end result makes it look really hard, but it isn't.
That's right. Happy birthday, Malia. Whatever.
Malia. You know, Malia's actually, you know what? Malia's actually a Hawaiian name.
I knew the right way to say it. I just,
You were just testing me.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to make sure she could say it right.
But Malia's actually a Hawaiian name, and it means Mary in Hawaiian. I think it also might be an Italian name too. Am I right, Malia? Is it also Italian? So after we gave these as gifts to my daughter's teachers when she was in the 5th grade, the art teacher asked me if I would be insulted if she made these with the kids. And I said, why would I be insulted? She said, I just want you to know. And so she made them with the kids with playing cards. But what they did was they personalized them for like a Mother's Day gift and a Father's Day gift. And the kids put in their own artwork and made it sort of like a mini portfolio. And she said it was just so doable for the kids, whereas sometimes when you do something much larger, it's just like not everyone can finish. So I thought, well, that was good, right?
Thank you, Patricia. I decided to just use my jelly print so I didn't have to get up and hunt for papers. Because honestly, I didn't know I was going to be playing today.
Well, I'm glad you said yes.
Yeah, me too.
So the only thing is that, you know, when you make your spine, like this one I made kind of wide, it took, this has got 24 pieces of paper in it. Well, 12 pieces, 12 pieces, which is how many sides? A lot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So does anybody else try to tear their paper and forget what size it is every time?
What did you do? Tear it and forget what size it is?
Yeah, I just, it's like, well, what size is that supposed to be? I just draw a blank every time.
Well, I just kind of cut mine as I go, especially for these little tiny ones, because sometimes the spine I make bigger. Now I'm going to let this one dry, but you know, you could actually go ahead and sew it through it. I have some of Jean's.
Well, we have another birthday in the house.
Whose birthday? I'm sorry, I'm not watching. Mom Munson, it's your birthday too? All right. Mom Munson, tell me your first name. I forget. I'm terrible with names. APG says, that's me, Jean. Every time, even when I write down, I have to look and still measure.
Yep. And the sad part is, right over here, I had it wrote down. And I still
Rosie. Nettie. Okay, we're going to sing happy birthday to Nettie and Malia. Ready, everybody? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Malia and Nettie. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday, you guys. We're so happy you came to join us for your birthday. Makes us feel special. So this is Jean's rusty fabric. If you've never watched her make rusty fabric, she makes some amazing rusty fabric. I'm going to use that for the spine of one of my other ones.
That's what I used on mine with my rusty fabric.
Hi, Heavenly. How are you? We love you guys. Happy birthday. Hey, Patio. Thanks for hanging out with us on your birthday. Hey, Angie. It was Angie's birthday the other day. Right, Angie? When you were in Michelle's stream, it was your birthday? Am I wrong? It could be, guys. Sometimes I think I'm right and I'm not. But that's all good. Hi, Letitia.
Well, you know, we can have a birthday party every day. We don't have to get old. We can just have the party.
Oh my gosh, you're right. The getting the old part, I'm like, yeah. So how many of you guys are going to stick around till midnight with Janet? Janet, I'm assuming, and it's an assumption, that Janet is going to do her scavenger hunt book. And if you guys have never done a scavenger hunt book with Janet, it is so worth it.
I want to do the scavenger hunt. Then probably no way this old lady's going to stay up till midnight, but
well, no, she gives the list out, so you have until she gives a finite time. I don't remember what it is, like a month or 2 weeks, or I can't remember all of it, but she definitely gives you, so like you could, even if you don't make it there tonight, you could watch the replay, get the list, and play along.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
So you guys, I really asked for 0 for Christmas because we're moving, right? Yeah, Janet's Janet's channel. It's Janet M. Young. And Janet says, it's
Awesome,
recorded.
Janet.
No worries, Jane. So
Thank
she
you.
does the scavenger hunt book. I already got my book ready. I'm going to use I have a book that I'm, one of my favorite books that I've collected, and I'm going to use it. I like using that. Although I don't know, sometimes they use, Janet's used composition books, which I like that too. But sometimes I save, how many of you guys save those old books that you've been collecting for a long time and you go, this is a great project for that?
3 months, Debbie. That sounds like 3 years in my book.
What's 3 months?
She said we have 3 months to finish. I could maybe do it in 3 months. I don't know. Just depends on how hard it is to find that stuff.
Sometimes it's hard for me. I don't know about you guys. Sometimes it's hard for me to find it. She always has really cool stuff. I think the first year I did it with her was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. It was fun.
I haven't done a scavenger hunt since high school, probably.
Oh, also in my Facebook group, which is Crafting Mamas, we're doing Emily, I put the link there. We're doing a wrapping paper swap. If anybody wants to, use wrapping paper swap so that you can put it in your art. So if anybody wants to join that, the sign up is, maybe you should make the sign up a little longer than maybe you should give it a couple extra days, Melissa. Did you ask for anything for Christmas this year, Jean?
A heating pad.
Oh, that's good.
And I got that, and he says, well, does that mean relaxation? So he bought me a sound machine with a blue light that shines on the ceiling. Ooh, and nice. A weighted blanket. And I love the weighted blanket, but the problem with that is it's not for 2 people. Oh, and I'm used to having him closer to me in bed. When you've been sleeping together for 40 years, you get used to those things.
Good point. Good point. I don't have a weighted blanket. Well, I told my kids I didn't want anything because we're moving, So the fact that my computer died, my sweetheart, he was so sweet. He was like, I know you said nothing. Don't be mad at me, but I got you a computer. I was grateful, you guys, because I have to tell you, it was like, I mean, I work on my computer too, like not just stream and do crafting stuff. I work on it. So my computer was like, yeah, it's old, but I used to have, how many of you guys have had Macs for like years? I remember I had a Mac once for 15 years. This one I've only had for like 6. You even extended the line. Oh, thanks.
Well, my last computer wasn't a Mac, but I used it for 12 years. And I didn't even realize I was missing anything until I got the new one. And I was just so angry at myself for waiting so long to get it.
I hear you. I'm moving to, Rosie, we're moving to the East Coast. My father-in-law, my partner's dad, has vascular dementia. And he's been doing great for a really long time, but lately, in the past 6 months, he's gotten lost. And they finally had to take away his driver's license, which made him completely immobile and impaired. And my partner has like the patience of a saint. And so it was just, it's just, I just said to him, if it was my parents, I wouldn't even think about it, but I can't tell him what to do, right? And so he's out there right now, and he's glad he is. He says it's challenging because his dad doesn't remember. First of all, his dad doesn't even admit that he has something wrong. So, I mean, and that's true probably of most people that have dementia, but he doesn't really know anything's wrong. And he said some days it's like waking up with Groundhog Day. And he says it can be quite comical. You know what I mean? But for the most part, his dad's really enjoying his life now. He takes him, well, it's snowing there now, but he takes him to play golf, and he does, now he can do what he couldn't do before. I mean, he was, yeah, he's a big hiker and hunter, and I mean, he doesn't hunt anymore, but he was a big animal veterinarian, so he loves all sorts of outdoor things. And he got lost one time for 4 hours on a hike, and nobody, and it was one of those things where it could have turned out to be bad, so that's where we're going. I don't exactly, he lives in Northern Virginia. Okay. The cool thing is I'll be closer to all of you, and maybe we'll be able to get together and have some crafty time. And that part I'm looking forward to, because out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, I'm by myself. It is scary, Bootsy. He doesn't know time or space. Oh, your hubby's home? Oh, that's so awesome, APG. Hey, Johnna, how are you? Great stream, Johnna. I was there. I was in the background working on trying to get my computer trying to get my iPhone to work. Hey, Miss Barb. Hey, Jen. How are you? Oh, it'll be nice for me to be in your time zone. I know my time zone kind of nobody has my time zone. It's not, my time zone is definitely, you guys, I try, but it's if I want to watch Meri in the morning, I'm up in the middle I don't go to sleep. I'm just up in the night, or if I want to watch, or when I used to get up to watch Dee Dee. When I wanted to watch Dee Dee, I'd have to get up at I don't know, 3:30 in the morning, depending upon, because you guys have daylight saving time and Hawaii doesn't. So, how many pages are you going to put in yours, Jane?
I don't know. I'm stopping here, I think. I'm putting this many.
That was like me earlier. I'm somewhere in my plethora of stuff in my house, I have 20 of these made. And I looked for them to show you all the various ones I've made, because some of them I've put beads on, and some of them have crazy fancy closures, and some I put fabric on the inside and made pockets. It'll have to be for another show and tell day, because my behind could not find it.
Thank you, Roy.
And I have a box of them.
See, I thought mine was pretty blank, but I didn't like this part. I just wanted this on here. And it says it was designed and made in British Hong Kong. So that's probably something, extremely valuable, and I've destroyed it. But that's okay.
That sounds like me. My partner says anytime I want to cut a book up, it has to be worth something, and he's usually right. So before I cut it up, I cut up, not on purpose, okay? And you guys, I get my stuff in the recycling. It's not like I'm buying it or whatever. I get it. Somebody was discarding it in the trash.
This is so much fun. I've been wanting to do more of a painty paper book for a long time, because I hoard my painty papers. And so now I get to use them and make something fun. I haven't made a book for a long time either.
I haven't made one. I've made books, but they aren't usually for me. I mean, how many of you guys make things and you're you have no problem making it for somebody else, but when it comes to just making it for yourself, you just don't do it. APG saying you have a reputation, Roy. I'm like, woo, got me thinking. Got me thinking. How many of you guys went over and watched Roy make his Bits and Bob's book? Is that what you call it, Roy? Your Bits and Bob's book? I mean, Bits and Bob's box. I want to make one of those. I haven't done it yet. I have the Amazon boxes ready. I just haven't cut them up. Oh, thanks, Mary. Mary's saying, please thank us by giving us a thumbs up. We need to thank you, Mary, because if you guys haven't noticed, Mary is such a community builder. She is out there all the time encouraging all of us to show up and make art together. And I appreciate it, because if it wasn't for Mary right now, especially with the craziness I've got going on in my life, I know I wouldn't be making videos, or making streams or doing stuff. But because I've committed to it, because I love this community that we have on YouTube, and I love our crafting community. If it wasn't for her, I know that I would just be caught up in my stuff, you know?
It's easy to do.
Purging and moving is like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what was I thinking? I mean, I am excited. I'm looking forward to like a new art studio. I'm looking forward to, that sort of thing. But I have to tell you, the packing and the purging, because, you guys, I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking much. I'm taking like a suitcase full of stuff, maybe 2 suitcases, and that's it.
Oh, thank you, Jamie.
They're valued at $10. That's still crazy. Oh my gosh, Jane.
That's all right. I couldn't probably sell them for $10, but I can get $10 of happiness out of them. Easy.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Better. You're much better than, yes, I get it. $10 of happiness. I understand. Okay.
You think this needle's big enough?
I don't know. You think so?
I don't know. I just started putting all my needles when I find them in this one place, so they're kind of where they're supposed to be. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it does.
So I've done these where I've taken, like, say you have a theme, certain theme, you can make the book that theme, or, like this one, if I was going to, because these were playing cards from Hawaii, and they say a taste of Hawaii. If I could find cookbook recipes and stick in there, or something like that. But I'm cheating and using my Lisa papers, because I love my Lisa papers. If you guys haven't gone over and learned how to make your Lisa papers, go do it. I don't know if any one of you guys can put Lisa's channel in the description box. I think it's called Marble Papers or Coffee Papers Plus, or, oh no. APG said she saw a deck at Walmart the other day for $12. And she was like, heck no. For big cards or for what size cards, APG? What size was the $12 cards?
Tanya, that makes me so happy that you're making a Jean-inspired book. I like the sound of that. I like to inspire. No, I just like to play. And I hope to inspire.
You totally inspire. What are you talking about? You totally are always inspiring.
Well, wax builds up in your needles too.
Well, I know it can.
Makes it difficult to thread.
Because I apologize. Fireworks are legal here, and people take advantage of it. And so my neighbors, if you can hear it, I have a bunch of teenage little boy neighbors, and they are out there popping fireworks. It's in the middle of the day here, so it's not even dark. So they're just out there, I guess, they're young. I want to say they're about 8, 9. So they're the parents are probably like, yes, you can do it in the daytime only.
I don't know if they're legal here or not, but they are in Texas, and I'm only 4 miles from the border, so we hear them anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy here. I'm just saying, it's like seriously crazy here. They you can buy them in like the drugstore. Like yesterday, I went to buy, I don't know whatever I was buying at the regular drugstore, like our CVS pharmacy, and they sell fireworks. It is what it is.
Do they sell liquor at your CVS pharmacy?
Yes, they sell everything. They sell food too. And they even sell, it's kind of cool if you guys ever come to Hawaii. It's called, the CVS pharmacy here is called Long's Drugs, but it's the same as CVS. They also sell local fresh produce and local fresh hormone-free grass-fed meat. So it's kind of cool. I mean, the fireworks thing I don't care about, but it's kind of cool to be able just to go to the local drugstore and buy, and they have a produce section where you can buy farm fresh eggs, and that's kind of cool, don't you think?
Yep.
But and they're not big. It's not like a Walmart superstore or something like that. It's just. So APG made a painted iron-on T-shirt transfer today in her stream, and it was excellent. Excellent.
I got to get back and watch some of those.
I have to tell you, everybody's has been good. And what I love is that it's all different. You know, like it's like so cool that everybody's got their own like little thing. Hi, Kathy. How are you? You and Colleen were excellent today. Shauna, was it you that said that the magicals you were using were discontinued? I was listening, so I don't remember. I love magicals, and for those of you, for a while I was really addicted to them, and we can all blame Dee Dee Willingham for that. She's totally an enabler. And you said somebody, well, I can't remember who is it that said that they were. I had everybody's stream going on while I was trying to. APG says she's so happy with her new T-shirt. It's beautiful, and it makes me so happy. Folks will be staring at my chestus to read it. You're right. She kept saying, she was so funny. She's like, I hope this doesn't end up on the boobie. And I was like, that is how anytime I've ever painted a T-shirt, something like that always happens to me. How many of you guys ever have that? Like you have the best of intentions, and you're like. The best of intentions, but it ends up like with the design right across your boob.
I got a comment for that, but it's kind of ugly.
Kind of ugly?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Risque, you mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you can't say it and not say it. You can't like.
Well, when you wear a 36 long, it's all boob.
Ah!
I had a.
Oh my gosh! When you wear 36 long, it's all boob. Oh my gosh, Jane, that is too much.
I had a friend when my kids were little, and her and her daughter were taking a bath, and she said, "Mama, when I grow up, can I have long boobs like you?"
Oh no. Oh no. Was your friend mortified?
She just laughed it off.
Oh my gosh. So my youngest daughter, she's 14. You guys, I have kids. My oldest daughter she's like 29, okay? And I have a 14-year-old. My oldest daughter told me when I was having my youngest daughter in my 40s that I had my own grandchild, okay? That's how lovely my family is. That's how tactful they are. You know what I mean? That's how tactful my kids are. So my youngest daughter, when she was little, think about it. She had a sister that was 15 years older than she was. And then she had a sister that is, oh my gosh, how old is she? 10 years older than she is. So, it was all about bras and whatever. And she used to like wear their bras and just say, "Oh, I can't wait to wear a bra." Like, and everybody would be like, "Oh, yeah, you better not say that." Well, fast forward her being 14, you guys, she is like 14 years old. She's like 5'2". She maybe weighs 115 pounds, but she's like a 32 double D. And I feel so bad for her. And my older daughter said to her, "See, you cursed yourself." She told her she cursed herself by wanting to wear all the bras. And so one day she was like, oh my gosh, she's like going to a swimming party, to the beach or something with some friends. And she tried on, she had, I said, you better try on your bathing suit before you go. And she's like, it fits, it fits, it fits. Well, you don't think about, you can't see how your boobs get bigger, right? But everybody else around you can. So I said to her, just try it on, please. I said, just humor all of us and try it on, And she was just like exasperated. Well, let's just say, yes, it didn't fit quite right. And she was so upset. She must have been about 12 years old. She's like, boobs are just overrated.
They are.
She was just like, ugh. So everybody just kind of laughs and just says, we're sorry, we understand. But when you're a young girl, you don't, when she was like, however old, she wanted to wear bras like her sisters, but now she's like, this is just not for me. This is like totally not for me.
Yeah.
I know, right? Bless her heart. Bootsy says, men suffer from gravity as well. No comment. Oh my gosh.
So how many books have you finished, Shelley?
I've made 3 covers, and now I'm just getting ready to sew in my second, my first. I think I'm only going to do 1 signature in this book. I was just seeing how many pink papers I had, so that'll mean that I've made 2.
I feel better then.
I'm not trying to rush it. I wish one day when I find my box of stuff, it may not be till I move, because honestly, guys, I'm not. It's like, I'll show you some of them. Some of them I've made. If you have those little cool little doilies, like the little pieces of tablecloth, those make a really great little spine. For anybody that's into that, like you want to make them like shabby chic or a little frilly, they make really great little spines. The doilies. I've made them with all kinds of stuff. My favorite way is just junk journaling, is junk journal style, but not everybody understands junk journaling. I think this is a good way to give somebody a book that's a junk journal without having to make the commitment of making. How many of you guys have made like a real true junk journal and spent so much time making and decorating it, and the person you give it to has no idea what to do with it or what it's for?
Thanks, Barbara. Shelley, I'm done. Can I go to take my nap now?
Okay.
No, I'm going to make another one. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, and it's going to need a closure, I'm sure. But
I've put a button closure on mine before. Like I sewed a button to one side. What I did do, though, for the playing card jean is on the inside of where the button would be sewn to, I put a little piece of fabric.
That's smart.
So it wouldn't. Well, I mean, these playing cards are kind of cool because they're plastic. Most of them are plastic coated. I'm not saying all. The older vintage ones, somebody sent me some from France, and they were not plastic coated. And I made a couple of these with those. Made a couple of little books with them, and they turned out great. But I would definitely do the plastic. I put like some sort of varnish on it, because the more I messed with it, the more it it's just paper. and vintage.
I'm just going to tear some fabric for now. I hope that's not too crazy loud.
I don't worry about it. I like to tear fabric too.
I will just as soon as I take its bulk away.
As soon as you take the bulk away from what?
I'm going to show the pages.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I have to tell you my favorite pamphlet stitch, and I can't remember which one of you was the person that turned me on to doing it, is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. That is my absolute favorite. And you could do a 5-hole on this one.
Okay. Royce says that not to tear fabric when he's sitting down. Okay, so here's my book. I'll just flip through. And it's just painty papers, and I decided to do that, but now I don't like that either, so I'll probably change that.
You don't like what?
What? You know, I can't quite do the complete junk. I gotta, smooth things out like it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Okay. I like it though. I mean, it's nice, and it's, you could put a pocket on the inside. I've even covered the insides of mine with fabric too, if you wanted to. But that goes a little bit beyond sometimes.
Yeah.
Those are nice painty papers though.
But I could sew it. And then I'd get my stitches in there too, because I love the stitches on stuff. And it's just painty papers.
I love it.
Not very many have the backs done. But that's okay. Whatever I decide.
Awesome, because if you give it to somebody, they can journal on the back.
Yep. That one's deli paper. This is pastels, and I just kind of shaved them and sprayed them.
Oh, I like it. You mean pan pastels?
Mm-hmm.
Or just like chalk pastels?
The pan pastels. I just scraped a little bit on the top of them and sprinkled it and sprayed them. Makes a cool watercolor.
Oh, I like it a lot.
My signatures aren't straight, no matter how hard I try.
But you know what, Jan? What's really cool about this is it doesn't need to be. And if you wanted to go back after you've sewn them in and then make another line of stitching and then put beads on it, it looks really good.
I kind of like it like it is. I don't dislike it at all. I'm always going to find something that isn't quite right with everything.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Oh, that's terrible. Get mud on it.
But you know what's
some people cool just don't know what good art is.
But you know what's kind of cool about it is that if you put this in your purse and you used it all the time, you would actually be using up some of the things that you've treasured. You know?
True. Okay, so if this would make a little scavenger hunt, what kind of things are in the scavenger hunt? Just curious, because I've never done one before.
Oh, one year she had like monkeys and tickets and oh my gosh. One of them was super hard for me to find. What was it?
Thank you, Deborah.
I don't know. Janet, what are you going to have in your somebody give some ideas of what Janet's had. If I thought about it, I would have brought one of my scavenger hunt books over here. I don't know. It's all kinds of different stuff. It's fun, though. Super fun. And some of the things, like I did more than one thing on a page. I don't know if everybody else does that. But like she'll give like multiple, it's a whole list of stuff. And some of them I did mine combined. So mine actually, I think, looked like an art journal more than a scavenger hunt book, even though it was a scavenger hunt book. Because I'm just bending my papers in so that the edges are.
I kind of like just tying it with a piece of the rusty fabric.
Okay, Holly says fruit stickers, stamps, upside down. Mary Kay, she said she did one last year and she exchanged it. A bread bag tabs, Tanya says. APG, I missed what Janet says, here's a few items: ribbon, greeting cards, puzzles, something see-through, and not your underoos. I love it. Food labels.
Thank you.
Food labels, a weird fact. Not your underoos. Now, Jean, how many subscribers do you have on your channel now?
I think 848. I think.
So, will somebody put Jean's channel in the description in the chat? You guys go over and subscribe to her channel. She's got 848. You need to get to 1,000 before you can share your community tab. You know, YouTube has changed so much since we all had to have our certain amount of subscribers or whatever. It's changed a lot. So now if you want to share your community tab, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. If you want to, it's crazy, you know. And forget even monetization, because that they've taken to a whole new level of like, you have to have some crazy amount of cajillion view hours or something. I don't know.
That's the least of my worries. I just want all the other extras.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, I would too. I mean, especially for all the things you do community-wise. But, you know, I'm not up on all of it, so I'm like the last one to get all the notices and notifications of what's going on.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, now I have to do another one. Do I want to do?
Thanks, Janet. 4,000 view hours to monetize. What's the period of time now, Janet? It used to be, what, 4,000 and... I don't know. It's something crazy. Okay, well, here's my pink one. And I could cut it off. Here's my pink one. And here's my Hawaii blue one. This one I could go back and trim, but I like the paper, so I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. My little spines. And then mine are not sewn straight. I guess I could sew a whole nother signature in here if I wanted. There's enough room in this little book to sew a whole nother signature, which I might. I don't know. I wish I brought beads with me over here. I didn't bring any beads. 4,000 in a year. That's not too bad. In a 12-month period, that's not bad. Hi, Lori. You guys, after me is paintgirlee, and that's her channel. Do you see her right there, paintgirlee? That's Lori. And if you haven't gone over to see her channel, you guys, when I move, I'm buying some Christmas ornaments from Lori. How many of you guys saw her light bulb Christmas ornaments? They were phenomenal. Did you see them, Jean?
I don't recall. Honestly, I don't get on nearly as much as I want to. I have other things going on. But, you know, after so long, my eyes are like, oh, they just don't, I don't know. It's probably time for new glasses. That's all I can say.
Well, all I can tell you is that if Lori's an amazing painter, okay? Paints all kinds of fabulous. She painted on a purse once. Fabulously phenomenal. But
I have watched some of her things, and I love her voice.
I do too. I love her voice too. But her Christmas ornaments, I mean, I know she paints other things, but I have a thing for Christmas ornaments. How many of you guys collect Christmas ornaments? I used to. I haven't in years, but I used to. She painted the cutest. She paints some light bulbs, and they're all kinds of different things. The Grinch is my favorite, but she paints everything. From snowmen to Santa Claus to... She painted all the Peanuts characters, which I thought was so stinking cute.
Cool.
I mean, really cool. It's one of those things where you're like, I would love that on my Christmas tree. You know? Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. So after Lori is... Oh my gosh. Who's after Lori, you guys? My head doesn't remember. This is the bad thing about... Okay, after Lori is Janet. So we all have to stay up... No, Anne. Lori and then Anne Lahr. And we all love Anne. And then Janet, which we all have to stay up and ring in the New Year with Janet. It's the New Year time and start our scavenger hunt book. And then right after Janet at 1:30 in the morning is Joyce. Able to Rejoice. And then Laura is from 3:30 to 5:30 a.m. And then our lovely Janet Nash from England is from 6:30 to 8:30. And then Jessica, Color Me a Pink Monkey, is from 8:30 to 10:30. And then the Preppy Craft Girl, who is Johnna, is at 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then from 2 to 4 is our Barb Owen. We love our Barb Owen. And then from 5:30 to 7 tomorrow evening is Artfully Blind with Diana. And then to end our stream is our Meri Abrams at 8:30 tomorrow night till whenever. So you guys head on over. Like, it's so much fun to be hanging out with everybody, especially while we are all here in this shut-in stage, right? I mean, what a wonderful art community to be able to like hang out.
I did save a butter wrapper, and I washed it too.
What are you guys talking about? Oh, you're putting a butter wrapper in your bag in your book? Well, I'm just using my painting papers. Yes, APG put her right up there. paintgirlee is next. So you guys, Meri put this together, Miss Meri Abrams, and you guys, she's so sweet and so kind and caring to each and every one of us. So you guys make sure that you give her big hugs and big kudos for doing it. It is like probably a little bit like herding cats, if you know what I mean. Right?
Thank you so much, Meri.
I know, right? It's like herding cats, isn't it? I mean, Meri may not say that, but I'm sure it is. Yes, it's Johanna. Yes, yes, Joyce, you're right. Johanna. Or is it Johnna? Johnna. Sorry, Joyce. Joyce is telling me how to say it, and I'm saying it a totally different way. It's Johnna. Bye, Terry. We're happy you're here. Deb, you were awesome today. How many of you guys watched Dee Dee make her amazing collage today? She always has the coolest stuff. You adore recycling? Yeah, me too, Joyce. I can't help it. I think it's my favorite way to craft. I know it's not for everybody, and if it's not for you, please, by all means, you can do any project I do with store-bought things or new things. Hi, Gail. Hey, Connie. Yeah, you like to... I love recycling. I don't know what it is about it. What is it for you, Jane? Do you like... I know you like recycling, too.
I do, but I tend to let it pile up and don't use it as fast, and so then I have to thin it out every once in a while. So I either make a bunch of somethings or I pitch it sometimes, I have to admit.
Joyce is telling me it's Johnna like John Boy. You made 2 journal covers? Awesome. Because I have a huge tub of journal covers that I have made over the years with the expectation, always with the expectation, that I'm going to actually make something with it. You know, like, oh, I made those journal covers, so now I'm going to make the journals or whatever. Yeah. I'm going to either have to get it in gear or I'm going to have to let them go. You know what I mean? It's hard, though, when you've collected stuff you like. I agree, Connie. Connie says, Meri, this has been so fun and a great way to learn about different crafters. I agree 100%. Hi, Anne. What are you going to make tonight, Miss Ann Lahr? And I saw your cute video of your grandsons. It looks like you've enjoyed them so much. I don't know if I have enough stuff on my desk to make a junk journal. Maybe I do. Usually I do, but I can't Don't know if I do today, but we'll see. What are you going to make, Miss Anne? You refreshed and realize I'm onto a new project? Yeah. Because the saddest thing for me right now is I've been going through a lot of my images that I have saved for my glue booking or whatever. And I'm realizing that if I don't start using them now, I'm not taking them with me. You're going to make a newspaper only journal? Oh my gosh, Anne, right up my alley. It has been a good way to spend the day. I agree with you, Ken. Joyce says 2 to 5 years, 2 to 5 weeks, 2 to 5 days. You have to ask yourself this all the time. Yeah, so I started my glue book January. I did the cover with when we did our live. I haven't finished it, but I did my gesso transfer of this is like the rainbow rainbow balloon from the Costco catalog. Front of the Costco catalog, and I just love the colors. Back to my rainbows here, Roy. And I'll add some more stuff onto it. But I started like gathering some of my more favorite things that I've saved for my glue book, and I just started putting them in. This I've had for a long time. And I'm not judging it. Like some things, I don't know, sometimes I do a whole glue book. I probably have one here on my desk somewhere by me where the whole page is covered. And then sometimes it's just an image I loved. Like this was a girl painting, she was painting the side of a building, like a mural. And I've saved them for a long time. You know, like a rainbow again, boy. We got a rainbow going on. Rainbow fruit. Yeah, Barb, I'll send you some. If you guys pay for the postage, I'll happily send you. I have you guys. I'll try to make a video and show you guys what I'll send out. And if you pay for the postage, I'm happy to send you a flat rate box full of them. Because I have some great things. Like I have some Australian National Geographic or Australian graphics, which are like their version of National Geographic, which are great. I have some vintage National Geographics, which are great. I have all kinds of magazines from Hawaii, which are beautiful, and they're all just ocean things. And so I started putting stuff in my glue book January. And I don't know if I'm gonna paint on top or if I'm gonna glue on more. And it's just a magazine journal that I've just started gluing stuff down. I saved these images. They were from like an underwater. They took like photographs of like some wreckage, and I just liked them. I know it seems silly, but I like them. All right, I'll make a video, you guys, and then you can write down whoever wants it at the bottom, and I'll happily send. We don't even want to venture into the large amounts of ridiculousness I have accumulated that I love, because I've lived in Hawaii going on 12 years, and I have been accumulating, recycling here from Hawaii, like magazines and books and cool stuff from Hawaii for that long, a lot. You're also sharing some Winnie the Pooh's deep thoughts and ponderings for the wise. Hey, Barb. So I had a friend come over, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was going through this pile of magazine images that I'd saved for a while, and I was sorting them into like what I know I'm going to use right now, and then just make another pile. And she, of course, is not a crafter, so she was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Why do you have all of these random, in her world, weird things cut out?" How do you explain that to somebody that doesn't craft? Or doesn't craft with recyclables, I should say.
I just tell them, don't worry about it. Just look at the finished product.
Oh my my gosh. She was just like, what is this? I was like, I know, right?
It's my art supplies, and I paid good money for them.
Yeah. How many of you guys, like, I don't know where I went the other day, but they had the coolest, like, menu, like, that was sitting there, and I said, I don't want to seem so, like, and it was paper because of COVID. They're just, you take yours with you. And I was like, I don't need another one. I don't need another one, but I wanted it.
Oh, I take every menu with me when I go somewhere and get it at a restaurant. Yep, it's like paper. They're going to throw it away.
Right?
I did a really cool collage on the back of my Cheddar's menu.
Oh, I love
See?
that.
It's Cheddar's paper menu. When I went to visit my children in Virginia and we ate at this really cool seafood place, in the basket it was some really cool deli paper with words and stuff all over it. And my son-in-law was so embarrassed because I waited until the waiter came back and asked him if he could get me a couple of those without any grease.
No, and Tanya's writing that. She says, Shelly, and the deli paper that some restaurants use, she loves it. I'm right there with you. But you know what I do? I do like Jane. I go, can I have another piece of this? Deb says I should just tell people I'm an archivist. That's a good one. Hi, Mary Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do ask what I'm going to do with it,
And the same thing with all when I flew, all my tickets and all my stubs and all the stickers and everything, all that paper stuff, she was going to throw it all away. And I said, oh, no, I think I need to keep that.
Oh, yes, I have that too. I have that too. I do. I have it. I totally am right there with you. I am right there with you. I have all of that. Sorry, guys. I thought I had turned off my notifications, but it didn't.
Oh, I thought that was me.
No, my daughter was so funny. Like, it's so funny. It's like funny what your kids bring you, right? So my daughter, the one that's the oldest one, she'll be 29 soon. She travels, well, before COVID, traveled all over the world and lived all over the world. And she's a minimalist, you guys. She is an absolute and utter minimalist. And so when she came home from, I don't even know where she was, she said, I didn't bring anybody in. Well, she brought her little sister something, her youngest sister. And she said, I only brought my youngest one something. She goes, oh, but I brought you something too, Mom. I said, you brought me something? And her husband goes, a whole suitcase full. And I'm thinking, what in the world? Because because she traveled all over Asia. It was every type of paper, like candy wrappers and menus and newspapers and packaging from anything, because she traveled all over China, all over Japan, to Thailand, Singapore, I mean everywhere. So she brought me home a suitcase full. Now realize they only traveled with one suitcase, so this one she had to buy a suitcase to bring me the paper fodder. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
My grandson saves things for me, but the others look at me like I'm crazy. And that's all right. I don't care. And I have to say, hubby comes in with some pretty cool stuff sometimes.
Yeah, my hottie was, he was, when you live on an island, you guys, you do everything. You can't be precious, because the jobs that you had wherever you lived before, they just aren't here. They aren't here and they're not available. So you can't be like, snooty about it. And so he was working, he's a really good finish carpenter, and he was working for, I don't know, somebody who was doing some sort of renovation on their house in a really nice area. And he said they re-wallpapered the whole house. And he called me up on his lunch break and he goes, "Will you use these?" He was taking, he was snipping wallpaper, snipping, like what they were throwing away. He was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys!" And he goes, "This wallpaper was like $200 a roll." I was like, "What?" So he brings me home crazy stuff like that too.
Oh, that's funny, Mary Lou.
What did Mary Lou say? I'm missing it. She said what?
She finds bags hanging on her back door that people leave for her.
Oh, I love that.
I get things left for me sometimes. Sometimes I know they're coming and sometimes I don't. My biggest supporter most of the time is my daddy. Every time he goes to a garage sale, he'll find stuff and he'll send me. Well, he doesn't send me. My sister has to take the pictures and send me some of the stuff that he finds, and it's pretty funny.
Jen, that's so lovely.
All my little bitty rusty washers when I did my rusty paper, those were all from my dad.
Oh, that's so
He
nice.
couldn't believe I wanted rusty stuff, but oh, I did.
I love that.
And this is a beer label. Hubby soaks his labels off of his beer for me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't found those bottle caps. When I find them, I'll send them to you for your sweet husband. When I was in South America a few years ago, I collected a few beer caps and I was with a bunch of people. I met people there, I didn't know them. And one of the people I was with before I left brought me a whole bag of beer caps, and they're really cool. They were some special kind of beer that you can only get in Colombia, and it has uh, like hearts, clubs, spades on the beer cap. I have like a huge bag of them. You guys would have laughed. I went with nothing, and I came home with like beer caps. Only me, right?
Yeah.
Caps. The beer caps. I came home with all the beer caps. And that was cool. And I met all these new people who now occasionally I'll get like a envelope from somewhere and it'll be like just odd like clothing labels from Sweden or I don't know, just weird stuff, And I appreciate it. I so appreciate it. I absolutely appreciate it.
I understand. I get some pretty weird stuff. I find pretty weird stuff. I save pretty weird stuff.
Well, I save all kinds of weird stuff, but it's kind of funny that like once you meet people and they know that's your jam, like they're thinking about you because I think for the most part everybody really likes thinking that whatever they're using or having or whatever is not going into a landfill if they can help it. So I mean, granted, mine is nominal.
See, I'm even using my Chili's silverware bag.
Oh,
when I go eat with anybody, I always tell them to take their silverware out of the bag right now, and then I take them before we get food on the table so they're still clean.
Oh my God, you're so funny. You're so funny. Take your silverware out right now.
Yeah.
I need that silverware bag. I know I have some clips on this desk. I know I have some clips on my desk here. It's so ridiculous.
Hi, Lisa.
I have one clothespin.
Yeah, there used to be.
Hi, Dawn. Hey, Lisa, I'm using your papers, girl. I'm using your papers, the ones you taught us how to make. It's in my book. So, you guys, I'm not making any New Year's resolutions. Are you guys making any New Year's resolutions?
Yes, I am.
Happy New Year to you, Dawn. We love you, girl. How are things in Oregon? What resolution are you making?
to not make any resolutions.
Oh, okay. I never, you know what? I never keep them. I think the
Yep.
one promise I am going to make to myself is to art more, is to make more time, especially because, can I tell you, like, purging and going through your stuff for me has been just a lot of work. I mean, ridiculously a lot of work. As I'm
Well,
sure any of you that have moved is know.
Shelley, we can make each other accountable.
Yeah, I just need to art more because I know
Because
that if I art every day, I feel happy. It's when I don't make time to art that I just am not happy. You know, that's what my sweet hottie said to me today. He's like, "Did you art today or yesterday?" I was like, "No." He's like, "I could tell." He could tell because I was a crank. I was so cranky. I was like, "Oh." I was wicked cranky yesterday. I was like overwhelmed. Overwhelmed in my own self. I may go back and put some beads on it. Let me see if I got these pages.
ooh, some Amy's papers.
Oh my gosh. That's what you guys, if you guys don't know who Amy is, Amy from Hags Hollow, will somebody put her channel in there in the description box? She sells the most beautiful hand-dyed papers. They are gorgeous. And she dyes them all in vibrant colors and they're just beautiful. I don't have any in front of me here, but I will. I've made books with them. She's having I got one. Even though I'm moving, I told her she can't ship it to me until after I move. She's having a sale on her her paper subscriptions. And so if somebody puts her channel in there, there you go. Thanks, Malia. If you go over to her channel,
This is one of her envelopes.
She makes such beautiful paper. And she dyes everything, but I don't know. I bought some rainbow papers. She did some rainbow packs, and I bought those. Did you get her rainbow papers, Jane?
No, but I had already bought enough of the colors. I just about had the pack.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Hi, Arlene.
Hi, Arlene. I'm moving to the East Coast We're going to go take care of my father-in-law. My poor father-in-law. My poor partner's dad has vascular dementia, which I had a grandmother that had a form of dementia, but hers was a different kind of dementia. I have learned so much about the various kinds of dementia. Vascular dementia is where it's almost like hardening of the arteries. It's where your veins, that your brain, basically you're not getting any blood flow to your brain and your brain cells die. It's a different kind of dementia. Some days he's really good and he knows everything, and then other days he wakes up and it's like my partner says it's like Groundhog's Day. Like, it's like you have to laugh because you can't get upset about it, Like he was obsessed with. Okay, so my partner, his sister brought him a TV. His dad lives in a big, huge house. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother day of topic of conversation about. Even if it's a good idea to stay in the house, but they say people with dementia shouldn't be moved too much. So I don't know, but it's on a very steep incline. It's like 6,000 square feet, and it's when it snows. I mean, he lives in Northern Virginia. When it snows, it's very slippery, right? So I don't know. So that's a whole nother day of trying to figure that one out. So my partner's sister brought him a TV. His dad has an enormous television, and he's obsessed with watching things. Not that my partner watches so much TV, but he didn't even have the chance to even watch anything if he wanted to, because it has to be whatever his dad wants, right? And his dad has, like a 65-inch television, and my partner just wanted, basically he loves to watch movies and stuff, and his dad doesn't like that. So he just wanted a television. So he was like, I guess he must have mentioned it to his sister, and his sister brought him two actually, and they were her kids. They were both moved out or whatever. One of them was there. They had when they were in college. Well, he's trying to figure it out because one of them didn't have a remote. So he's like trying to download a universal remote. Can you guys, do you download your remote on your phone? I have Roku on my phone. Okay. I didn't know, but my daughter, like my oldest daughter, who's the techie person, you know, she was like, Mom, you don't need to remote. Just download it on your phone. I download it on your phone. So downloaded it on his phone. He's trying to make it work. Well, his dad, he said to him, Dad, you know, my partner's sister, she brought these over. These are for me. They're going to be in my room or whatever, you know. His dad wakes up in the middle of the night and comes in and wakes my partner up and goes, why do you have 2 TVs? Why did I buy 2 TVs for your room? He's like, you didn't buy any TV for my room, Dad. He's like, you know, he's explained it to him. And the next morning, it's the same thing. He's like, oh my God, he's obsessed with the television. He thinks I bought my, he's like, and I'm like, I'm sorry. You know, it's like, you just got to go with it, right? It wakes him up in the night. Why are there 2 TVs in your room? Now, realize his dad has an enormous master bedroom or whatever, and down on the main level. He doesn't need to go up anyway. So we were like laughing about it. Like, where did your TV come from? I go, what does he think you did? Like, stole it or something? Or I don't know, you know? He's like, I don't know what he thinks. He's like, that's the thing. Nobody knows what he thinks, right? So we just kind of go with it and laugh. What can you do, right? You laugh or cry. It doesn't change anything. So why is there 2 gallons of ice cream? You know? Why is there 2 gallons of ice cream in your freezer? So that sort of thing. And so, you guys, I blocked all the calls on my phone and somebody still managed to call through. Isn't that crazy? I put on my do not disturb and it still came through. How does that work? So I don't know. If any of you guys have, if any of you have any dealt with anybody with dementia or any type of memory loss issues, you know it's not easy. So we're all trying to figure it out. So he lives in Northern Virginia, outside of DC. So that's where we're going to go for a while. And my hope is, I mean, we've had some discussions, but I guess it's going to really be solely dependent upon how well he does. Is that maybe we can move somewhere warmer. You guys, I don't know if I can do, I don't know. The verdict's out for me. I haven't lived in cold weather in 12 years. I don't know. So, yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back was that he got lost. And he is, he lives like a half an hour, 45 minutes from anything. And he lives on a big piece of property on the lake. And he loves to hike. Well, he got lost they narrowed it down. He got lost for about 4 hours. And it was kind of one of those fluky things where like somebody had come by to see him and saw him at a certain time. And then somebody came by later on and they both crossed paths and realized that he had been gone since the first person had seen him. Do you know what I mean? And it was like 4 or 5 hours later. And they had to go find him. So, yeah, it's life. It's like one of those life lessons, one of those life things. Oh, I see what I see. Her phone's on do not disturb, and if they call 2 times, it will ring through in case of an emergency. Oh, good to know. Yeah, I don't watch Roku on my phone, but I have the remote on my phone. Oh, Kim, that's awesome. Kim says she worked in a 200-bed personal care home, and she applauds each and every one who cares for their elder relatives. Well, what are our choices, you guys? I mean, our choices that we don't, you know, he's still physically active, and he's still really fun to be around. He does have, as my partner calls it, Groundhog Day every day. And, you know, some days, not every day. And if we can be there with him, we originally wanted him to come out here, but he won't. So it's just sort of like a catch-22 thing. So I don't know. Hi, Toll. It doesn't get that cold out here the last few years unless it's been a full-on blizzard. Yeah, but I live in Hawaii. I haven't, you guys, I don't even have a coat. I don't even have closed-toed shoes. Okay? That's where we are.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
serious.
I didn't own a coat until my mom passed away, and I had to be there for the funeral, and I was freezing to death. I had to go buy one.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Well, I gave away, so this is how I roll. I gave away my coat. I had a really nice coat, and I'm like, I'm never moving to the East Coast. I'm never going back. And I mailed it to a friend. And it was a really nice coat I had had for a long time. She like wrote me, I heard you're moving. Do you want it back? I was like, no. Yeah, I mean, I have to buy some clothes. And no closed-toed shoes. I have one pair of, maybe two pair of long pants. That's it. And I don't have any. I mean, but that's nothing really. You're sitting outside of the Dollar Tree. Oh, I see. I can't wait for that. That'll make me happy. Debbie says, a documentary Glenn Campbell I saw. Wait, what did it say? Did you see the thing? What she said? She said they put a rug in front of the door to keep him from wandering out at night. He saw a hole in the dark. Ah, yeah. Okay. So the other day, the only bad thing about his dad is he's super active and he has like ants in his pants. In Yiddish you call it spilkus. He's got spilkus, right? So he doesn't sit still. Well, they had a snowstorm in Northern Virginia. I don't know. It was like a couple weeks ago, and it got cold in his house. And evidently, he was supposed to have propane delivered, and it wasn't delivered. So, but he has forced air heat too. So the heat wherever on his side of the house or wherever he was sitting, and he was cold. So he went out to check the propane tanks. So he dug himself out. His house, he's got a 3-story house. I guess it's 4 stories if you count the basement. And it's on a very steep incline. So like in a mountain. And so he wandered down. He didn't wake my partner up. This is the thing. We have to get like baby monitors or something. He went out of the house. He went down and he dug out the propane tanks. And then he dug from where the propane tanks are up the hill, the steep, steep hill to the road so that they could bring down the line at like 2 a.m. So, I mean, I said to my partner, I go, you need to get some baby monitors, babe, because this is like, and then he woke my partner up at like 4 to say they dug out everything. And I was just like, I don't know.
Yes, I can be quiet sometimes. Not often, though. But I'm playing.
You moved there from South Dakota. South Dakota can be cold, and you don't have a coat? Ooh, girl. I don't know. I've been to the Dakotas, and it's cold. Oh, bye, Dawn. We love you, girl. Happy New Year. So happy to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Love you. The most exciting thing for me is I think I'm going to be able to come and hang out with you guys at some point. Meet up. Maybe I'll get to go to Eugene and meet Dawn or Portland or wherever she goes, and come and hang out with each other. And really, obviously after COVID, we're not talking during COVID, and come hang out with everybody and get to craft along, make our glue books or whatever. And I would love to see Carla Cage Fish. And so for any of you that are doing Glue Book January, check out her channel. She does some really, really cool stuff. And I know that she's going to do Glue Book January. And I don't know. What have you got going on, Jane? What are you going to be working on in the new year?
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. But I'm just going to make sure I play more. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, definitely playing more is like the goal.
I've got ideas running out my ears.
I have a bunch of unfinished projects. How many of you guys have that? Like a ton of unfinished things that you've just held on to for a long time. That I do. I have that. And I'm going to definitely try to get to some of those. It's kind of vacillates of like what I'm going to take with me. That's been a little bit of a quandary of like, do I take all of them? How many of my unfinished projects do I take?
That's where you do a drawing and you send these unfinished projects to someone else and they can finish them and then send them back to you. And then you'll have all this collaborative art.
I'd be happy to send it to somebody else and they don't have to send it back to me. I have so much stuff. You know how you was talking about earlier how you've gone through things that you've received and you've taken some of it apart and repurposed it in other art so that you'll use it?
Yep.
I have that times I can't even tell you. I definitely have that. I have a little too much of that. I definitely have a lot of that going on. What I was kind of hoping to do is finish some of them and do some giveaways on my channel, right? Do some giveaways before I leave. And I may still do it. I've just got to get it together to finish. Like I said,
send them all to me and then I'll ship them to you when you get settled.
You'll be like, oh my God, she wasn't kidding. Box after box after box.
It's not like I have any empty rooms.
You'll be like, yeah, that was great. That was such a great suggestion I made.
If you do, I'm going to go through it first.
I think the saddest thing for me is that I have so many really cool things that I haven't gotten to use. And I think if I'm going to make any sort of change in my pattern of collecting things, it's going to be to try to use up my stuff more frequently.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to enjoy it more because it's like I found books. I'm like, oh, I love that book. Or why didn't I use that? Or, I mean, not that I can't use it now. I certainly can use it now, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
My poor sister-in-law. She's like, she said, "What are you bringing with you?" And I said, "Nothing." She said, "What do you mean nothing? Like they don't, unless you've lived in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You guys, it's so costly to ship anything. It is really, really not worth it unless it's something you really can't replace." Because the cost for you to ship it to yourself, I'm not talking about a couple of flat rate boxes. I'm talking like a pallet or a, I'm talking about like some serious, like a container or whatever of stuff. And said I might just ship a few boxes of art supplies to myself. And she just could not wrap her head around that. I said, I'm going to ship myself a couple of cast iron skillets. I cook a lot, and I love these cast iron skillets. I've had them for a really long time. I'm going to take my grandmother's quilts, my handful of clothes, because most of what I have I'm going to have to just let it go because, the weather's not the same there. And I don't know. A couple of pots and pans that I have a couple of really nice wooden bowls that I've loved and coveted and moved here. Like I brought them here with me when I moved. Really nice antique wooden bowls that I use every day. That sort of stuff. I mean, I know it seems silly. She was like, "What are you like?" She could not even fathom that I wasn't going to bring like But I guess unless you've moved like that, you wouldn't. It's just not cost effective. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff, Malia. You guys, I have plenty of stuff to share. Can you say junk journals or cows? Oh my gosh. You got some Floetrol to use. I've used Floetrol. I'm gonna just tell you what I think. There's other things besides Floetrol. Who else has done acrylic pours? For me, and it could be just where I live. It took a very long time for the Floetrol to dry. It's like rabbits. Oh my gosh. I keep eating and eating and costing and costing. Oh my gosh. What did you get? I saw your sushi, Malia. What did you get to do for your birthday? I hope you got to do something fun. I hope you got to do something deliciously fun for your birthday. Here.
It's pretty full, but I got another one done.
It's slower to dry. That's why it flows. I don't know. I've used other things besides it, but honestly, I haven't done an acrylic pour in a really long time. Just trying to think of what else I used. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember that Floetrol you can get, at least you can get it here at like the hardware store. Like I think you can get it at like Home Depot or Lowe's. You just hung around. You were hoping to go thrifting. Oh, that'll be so fun, Malia. If you get to go thrifting, that'll be fun. That's the other thing I miss. Because I definitely miss that. There's not a great. I'm not saying on other islands. So if somebody's here from another island, I'm not saying that your island doesn't have good thrift stores. Mine doesn't really have many. Hi, Lisa. Jean, she says you're on a roll.
I know. It's so weird. Feels good though.
I think it's great. So how many of you guys like do these do glue books? And I might have one near me that's a real like all filled with glue book. But so sometimes what I like to do is just start with one major thing. Like I've saved this, coveted this image for a long time, and now I may put stuff on top of it, but I like the way it looks. And it's like, I don't know, I'll hold it up. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's got some really cool images, and then it's behind it is some backed by some, I don't know if you can see it very well, backed by some coffee dyed paper and some, because it's in a magazine. And I find, because if I decide I want to paint on it afterwards, it's better that it has some sort of a base. So I put book pages or whatever kind of pages down. Aw, your daughter told her husband she wanted to be grounded to her room to watch Netflix. Oh, it sounds awesome. I totally can relate.
Ta-da!
We have to push it up a little further. I can't see it. It's kind of down toward you more.
It's got the boho flowers, and I left the
I love your boho flowers. Oh, I love
feathers,
that one.
Yeah, and I left the thingies because I had thingies sticking here.
Oh, I like that.
And I didn't like the way it hung right here, so I put a piece of canvas on there. I'll probably paint that. And I have in my little book, where is he? I have Vice President Nixon.
No way, really?
Yep.
You know what I found the other day? I found a first edition book. I think it was of Dwight D. Eisenhower, a book Eisenhower wrote. And I was going to cut it up because I liked the cover. And I showed my hottie. I go, look at this cool book I found. And he goes, let me see it. And he looks at it. He goes, that book is worth like $200. I'm like, okay, I won't cut it up. It had like a really nice red. It was a red, linen cover, and it was old. It was written in like in the whenever he, it was old. So it was like, I don't know. Isn't that ridiculous? You're like,
I really like this one.
I do too. I like all of them that you made.
Dwight D. Eisenhower's from Kansas.
Yes. There you go.
Just one of those little trivia things I know.
Yeah.
Which is very few. So I have to take advantage of them when they're there.
I think that's cool. You have to take advantage of it when it's there because I get it. No, but I have it in my head that I wanted to make a red book. How many of you guys are like that? You like go, okay, I want a book like this, like whatever it is. You're like, I want a blue cover. I could paint it myself, but I decided I wanted a red. I went to, the little. I paid $25 for the $200 book. Okay. I wanted a red cover, so I was like scouring the whole store for a red cover book. Because I was going to make a Christmas journal that I didn't make, but I was going to make, and I have these doilies that I've saved. I should just say it. I've hoarded for a long time, and I was going to, use them, decorate the cover. I had a vintage poinsettia applique from a tablecloth from another one that I'd had for a long time. Just like bits and like I made a pile of stuff like I'm going to make stuff from this because it's like stuff I've been holding on to.
Mm-hmm. Little sister Cheryl said something to you, Shelley.
Oh, what did you say? Shelley cannot hear. What did she say? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Sorry. I can't hear you, but I wanted to say wish you and yours happy New Year. You couldn't hear me? You can't hear me at all? Oh, Cheryl, I love you, girl. I'm sorry. You think it's my stream you can't hear? Malia, you can't hear either? Mary Kay says Bing Crosby is from Tacoma, Washington. Malia, can you hear or no? It's better I call it a collection. You can hear, but I'm quiet. I'm sorry. I see when I cut, I can't. It's my phone. Okay, I don't normally stream on my phone, and I don't know. I'm not up on streaming on my phone, and I'm streaming on my phone through StreamYard and then on to my channel. Yeah, I'm my new computer's supposed to come today, PJ. I was praying it would come before we did this, but it didn't. It's supposed to be delivered. I know. It's like, but it's better than me not doing it at all because my alternative was just to bow out, and I needed this for me, for my own sanity, for my own New Year's. Right, Jean?
Yes.
For your own playing. You need it for your own playing. But I promise it will get better. The next, you're absolutely right, APG. Next to you, well, tomorrow I will have my computer, my new thing. Next week I'll try to do something. Next week I'll definitely try to just keep on keeping on. You can hear me really good. Well, I'm glad some of you can. StreamYard. Yeah. So yes. So it's because of Meri, and we love our Meri. I just need to talk louder. So Meri was like, "What are you gonna do?" Because I was trying to. I wrote her. I was like, I can't even do the video hot because I can't edit my video. It's stuck in iMovie. I can't even get it out. And I was like, I don't know. And then she's like, "What are you gonna do?" She says, I said, I don't know, but I upgraded my computer. And then it took a whole week. I tried to unupgrade it, uninstall. It was like a nightmare. Anyway, it didn't work, but whatever. She said, stream on your phone. I was like, duh. How many of you I know stream on your phone? And I don't stream. I hardly ever stream on my. I've never streamed on my phone. So I will talk louder. Yep, you guys. Next up is Lori. Lori will be up in 10. Is it 10 minutes? Right?
Yep.
10 minutes. Lori will be up in 10 minutes. You guys head on over there and show her some love. Thank you guys for hanging out with Jean and I. I really appreciate it. Malia, will you put Jean's channel in one more time? You guys go on over and subscribe to our friend, Miss Jean Peter Artist. You will learn a lot. She's fun to hang out with. She's one of my crafty besties. We got to get her to 1,000 subscribers. And the other thing is, if you guys are not subscribed to Meri Abrams, to Meri Atelier, you need to go subscribe to her. Meri, how far away from 8,000 subscribers are you? Meri is almost at 8,000. Meri says she always streams on her phone. Now that I know how to do it, or I can figure it out a little better, I definitely need to work on the volume thing, which I think I have my phone settings up as high as they go, but maybe I don't. Oh, Lisa, big hugs. Love you, girl. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, we're going to be heading over to your channel, Lori. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Get on the bus. Get on the bus. Hop on the bus.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
They do. All the way to Lori's channel. Love you.
I have had a great time. I want to thank you all for coming. And if I didn't say hi, I apologize. I haven't sat down and just played for so long. It's so exciting.
It is fun to just play. For no reason. You guys, and I'm telling you, head on over to Carla Cage Fish's channel and do Glue Book January with her. Meri is 38 subbies from 8,000. Okay, come on, ladies. Get on over there. Hey, Angie. 38 subscribers from 8,000.
Oh, Meri, that's so close. If I wasn't already subscribed, I'd go subscribe.
Oh, I love you, Ann. It has been a nice day. APG, girl, you rock. Love you, Kim. I'm glad you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being my crafty peeps. Thanks for going on my ridiculous ride with me. Hopefully, 2021 is going to be much more fun and creative for all of us. And, you know, it's not too late to if you haven't gotten to get your art on, it's not too late. Still got a few hours left in 2020 to get your art on. Love you, Meri.
Send 2020 out in style.
I know.
That way it knows who's the boss.
That's right. It totally knows who's the boss. Oh, thank you, Janet. Janet, you're such a rock star. Thank you, Meri. Thank you for being so lovely, community-minded, and everything. You're always an inspiration. All of you are. And I'm so grateful that you're my crafty peeps. And I'm grateful that we get to hang out together. I appreciate the thumbs up or the thumbs down. And I appreciate your time. And I'm wishing each and every one of you the most kind and loving 2021. Hey, Michelle. Love you, girl. You have a great new year. Kind and loving 2021. I know. Ann says kick its ass out the door 2020.
That's right.
You, man. I love you. Meri is officially the hop queen. Oh, Janet, thank you. You guys, Janet, we're going to all be over with Janet tonight. We are going to be with Janet tonight doing our scavenger hunt book at midnight. Kathy, you were awesome today. And Colleen, you too, wherever you are. I love you, Michelle, my belle. Hey, Norma, love you, girl. Thanks, Deb. Deb just subscribed to Eugene. Okay,
Thank
if anybody's
you,
not subscribed to Meri, get over there. 38 subscribers. We got to get her to 8,000 tonight. This is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I'm already subscribed, so I can't resubscribe. Happy New Year, you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're all going to be, I'm going to be awake because it's not late for me. I'm getting my scavenger book on. I'm going to make mine. I think I'm going to make myself another, I have a magazine journal here that I haven't done anything to. I think that's going to be my scavenger hunt book. Oh, Mary Lou, love you, girl. Bye, Quilty. We're going to totally try to make it. Are you kidding? I'm going to get my dinner on and come and hang out. Hey, Amy, you're already subscribed to. So you guys, Amy, that's Amy from Darkwood Sanctuary, a.k.a. Hags Hollow, who made those beautiful color dyed papers that Jean was using. Guys, head on over to her Etsy shop and check it out. I know she's got a great sale going on. Anne says, if you can't be good, be careful. Okay? Look, that's a bag Amy dyed.
I kind of like to be careful. I want to give up on being good.
Pandora says, hey, are you Pandora? Pandora says, Jana, I'm going to set my alarm. I hope I don't sleep through it. You have a wonderful, amazing, fantastic, blessed New Year.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, we were talking about you.
Were your ears ringing?
Oh, Val, that's so nice. Val said she subscribed to you. Hey,
Thank
Kathy.
you.
Sorry for anybody that I didn't say hi to. Happy birthday, Mom Munson and Malia. Thanks, Janet. Hey, Miss Lynx. You'll be there too, Janet. I know. 5 minutes for Paint Girly. Got to head on over there, you guys. You subscribed on Robert's computer. Awesome, Janet. It was juicy. Aw, thanks, Miss Lennox. Oh, it's 2 a.m. where you were, Pandora. Ooh, sleep good, girl. Love you, Joyce. Next time we get together, I'll show you guys my mask. You will laugh so hard. My mask has like Hawaiian favorite foods. One of them is spam musubi, which is like spam with rice and seaweed. So it's on my mask. Spam, rice, and seaweed. You know,
I understand that. I spent my 29th birthday with all my friends last year too. So.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's so nice, Attaché. Thanks. Hey, Dad. So I think I'm gonna make my scavenger hunt book for Jana. It's out of this Texas Monthly. I had just glued it together. Guys, I'm obsessed with magazine journals. Don't ask me why, but I'm gonna put some paper on it and spam. It's not spam sushi. It's called spam musubi, spelled Musubi, musubi. But it is like spam sushi. It is, and the kids love it. But my mask has it on there. All right, you guys, I love you. Head on over to Lori. You lived in Hawaii when you were a kid from 7 to 10, and you still love spam. You know, it's a thing here. I think that's just what during the Second World War, it was like the food rations here. I love the way they feel too, Lori. I don't know why. I have one that I really love, but I don't have it over here. It's in the other room. But this is one that I have to redo the cover on this one. But this is one that I did. If you guys are not familiar with her channel, she's a really sweet YouTube artist named Linda's Mixed Up Mess. And she had a challenge where you made one page in your magazine journal or in your journal out of one magazine. Well, I made my whole magazine journal out of one magazine. And I've never done that before. And not everything went together, but I kind of, I like the way it came out. It was a Nat Geo magazine. And it was all about water and can't remember the other things in it, but you get planets and I made it out of a Wired magazine. And I have to say, it was probably one of my, and it was like a fast project, but I enjoyed making it so much. All right, ladies, I love you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Head on over to Lori Paint Girly and have the happiest, healthiest, safest, most prosperous New Year. Yay. Jamie put the channel right there. Head on over. All right. Love you guys. I know nothing better than just gluing. All right, you guys. Take care. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.